Okay, good evening everybody. Welcome to our Live at 5 here at Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California. It's Wednesday, yay! It is Wednesday and it is the last farmer's market of the season for across the street from us. We'll be heading over there as soon as we're done with our video. So if you are in the Orchid or Santa Maria area and you are bored after we're done with the video, you can come on down and go to the farmer's market. It's pretty cool down there. They have lots of food trucks, lots of vendors. There's produce, of course, farmers. But then there's also usually some handmade gifts or at least locally made things. There's honey, there's goodies, so music. So come on down and join us. We'll be here till 7:30. They'll be there till 7:30. We won't be. Alrighty, so here we are. What do we have up? Here's our address. So if you're looking for us, this is where we can be found. And these are the times that we are open. Mondays 3 to 7 p.m., Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5, and Saturdays 10 to 4. If you can't come visit our beautiful shop, then you can come and visit our beautiful website online, or you can give us an email, or you can give us a phone call if you need help with anything. All right, so let's show you what we got in this week. We got stuff in. Yay! We're so happy. Okay, so this one is called Paper Hamlet by Moda Fabrics. So we have these pretty blue birds. Let me turn this around. It is directional. But you have all these birds, and it, they look like all the leaves and the birds and everything look like they've been cut out of paper or ads or something like that. So they've got words and cool things on them, and then the background is actually a tone-on-tone blue. It's got newsprint back there. It does say stuff, but it's so tiny that you can't even see it. It's just kind of texture there, but it's really cool. So I'm actually making a quilt out of this collection right now, and it's a lot of fun to use. So we've got the birds, and then we have houses, and these are all random in there. So you got this cool one that says U.S. Mills. It's kind of cute. But again, they all look like they've all been cut out of paper, and then you've got the leaves running behind them, and this is kind of on an off-white ecru type of background. And then keeping in with the leaves theme, we've got the leaves, and then these are also on a tone-on-tone newsprint, so it's kind of an olivey green background with a darker olive letter in there. And then again with the newsprint, so we've got this one that goes both directions. I haven't read them yet, but they talk about different types of fabrics and talk about the sewing machine, so it's kind of cool. So it's all sewing and cloth related as far as the words go, but really they're just texture, and I'm using it as a background, so it's kind of cool. So again, this is Paper Hamlet by Moda Fabrics. And then we have also from Moda a new color of grunge, new for us, called Lime Punch. So it's a limey green with kind of a brown in there, and then another shade of green and a darker shade of green. So if you like lime green, then this Lime Punch is for you. Alrighty, also limey. We have a lot of green this week. We have Jewel Spots from Blank Quilting. Now these are batiks, and because we can't go a single week without dots, they're all dots. So these have, I want to say rainbow color dots, but they're not really rainbow, but they kind of are. They're more of a muted kind of a rainbow, but they go the full length, so they change color all the way through. And this one is kind of on an off-white background. And then we have a lime green background with blues and purples for the dots. And then we have a black background with, again, the kind of more muted rainbow type of colors. So these are just super fun kind of blenders, batik blenders. Gotta love a good dot. And those are Blank Quilting. Okay, so then we have a panel. Now this is a book panel. It's called Storytime, but it's colors. So I'm going to open this up so you can see. Now you don't have to do this as a book. You could do this as a quilt, but the layout is for making a soft book for babies. So if you've got little ones coming in the family or someone else's family, or you just like making soft books for people, you could do one of these. It's really easy. You just need the panel. It's a 1-yard panel, and then you need an equal amount of batting. And you just put fronts and backs together, pillowcase them together, and flip them out, and you're good to go. So very easy. But this one's all about colors. It's really, really cute. There's a little pumpkin in there. And then there's one about grapes, how fairies live in the grapes. They don't, but it's really cute. Okay, that's the fabric. Now we also have, from the very prolific ladies at Fabric Cafe, yet another book. So these are the people who do the 3-yard books. Well, now they've got 5-yard books. So they have one 5-yard already, and then this is the next one called Step It Up with 5-yard quilts. And they're all, the names of all of the patterns are dance related. It's kind of cute with bolero and jitterbug, hip hop. I am right now working on tango. So all of these are, they take 5 1-yard cuts of fabric, and that includes the binding. And then it just takes 5 yards for the back of the quilt. So the 3-yard books make kind of a lap small, well, like a throw size small lap. And then the 5-yard books make a lap small twin size. So about a 50 by 72 or so. Kind of a size on those. So again, it's 5 1-yard cuts of fabric, so pretty easy to find 2 focus fabrics and then 3 things that go with it. So that is Step It Up with 5-yard quilts by the ladies at Fabric Cafe. Okay, if you are a ByAnnie fan like we are, then you'll be super excited to know that we have her new patterns. So we have snappy sleeves. Now this one makes, you can do the horizontal or the vertical version of kind of this little case in 3 different sizes. So I have made a medium case, so you can kind of see the size of it. It's about the size of the pattern. And she has these new snaps, so we'll get into that in a minute. But it snaps, which it's mother approved. They're very easy to do and undo, and they are tool-free snaps. So it's really cute. It's just, you know, you can slide some things in there. So if you've got important documents, the bigger one would be perfect for that. If you want to keep some stuff organized, you could keep your rotary cutters in these as well. So we've got snappy sleeves. And then we have focal point, and this has kind of different, they're almost like different ways of making an eyeglass case. So one of them specifically is an eyeglass case. It's the fold over wrap. So you put your eyeglasses in there and it just kind of holds them in there. And then you've got the one that has a little flap, standard and mini. And then you have a double case and a standard case where it's like a slip in the top, no snaps or closures on any of that. But as you can see, you could put your rotary cutters in there. It doesn't have to be for glasses. And again, they use the snaps if you want. And look at that. I've got the flap case. This is the standard size. And then I have the double case. So you can see it's got the pocket here, flip it over, and it's got the pocket there. Let me just tell you that these are super, super easy and fast to make. You can do them in just a couple of hours. You can get up, have some breakfast, have a cup of coffee, make these up, and then by then it's lunchtime. So they're just, they go together really, really quickly. Okay, so it's focal point and snappy sleeves, and then we have foldy locks, which they're pretty clever with their naming here. So there's 2 different sizes. We have the small and then the large. So what they are is, they call it an easy fold-up wallet. I think it's a great little purse. So you have a magnetic closure center, and then you have 2 outer zippered pockets, one on the front, one on the back. Front and back can be interchangeable. And then they are mildly expandable with the little snap. So if you put a bunch of stuff in the middle and you need it to expand, you can unsnap it, or you can just keep it snapped so that they stay together. Again, very easy to make, no bindings on these, so that is lots of excitement for my ByAnnie people. But they stand up very nicely. You can make them as a clutch, so you can, you know, not have the handles if you want to. You could make it as a wristlet and just have a wristlet strap on there if you wanted to, depending upon, you know, what you choose to do. But very, very cute. Again, very easy to make, not super difficult at all. And then it's got the two different sizes. So if you're interested in those, we have all the patterns. Now, if you're interested in the new tools, so like I said, she has the tool-free snaps. So these go in very simply. The only tool you really need is her new awl. But the snaps come in the nickel, they come in the antique brass, and the black, the same as her other hardware. And all it is just the one, it's just the one front piece. All the rest of the pieces in there are black. So it's just that one that you see on the outside that's the color. And then you just use the awl. So she has this great new awl. You just poke a hole in the fabric. Now the awl is good for poking the hole in the fabric, or if you're in the sneaker class, this is a really great thing. The awl has many uses. You can also poke if you're turning something, you can use it to kind of poke the stuff out, you know, poke out your corners. So 2 new things for ByAnnie. Okay, and new sample in the class, in the shop. So this is Posh Spring from So Kind of Wonderful. We have the pattern, but now we have the actual quilt. Hooray! So here we go, Posh Spring. Now this uses the mini quick curve ruler. This is one of the patterns from So Kind of Wonderful. And we are going to hang this one up. So if you're looking for something cute to do for the springtime, if you're already beyond the Christmas decoration or are ready for the springtime decorations, now's the time to get ready for that, and you can do this cute little quilt. Okay, so farmers market today. This weekend actually is the Air Fest, so we will have planes flying over us this weekend. It's always really cool because you can just stand outside and watch them do their loop-de-loops and everything, so that's Saturday and Sunday. And then we also have the Orchid Trick-or-Treat coming up on the 25th. But in the meantime, so starting today and until the 25th, we have an Orchid Scarecrow contest. So some of the businesses have made some scarecrows and have put them in front of their shops, and you guys get to vote on them. So on the day of the Orchid Trick-or-Treat, which is Saturday, October 25th, it's the Saturday before Halloween, come down. You can do the trick-or-treat if you want to, if you have kids or not, you know, but there will be a table, I'm not sure where yet, probably in front of Deja Vu Antiques. But there will be a table somewhere where you can vote for your favorite scarecrow. So I'm not sure if they're going to have a map or how they're going to do it, but vote for our scarecrow. We have a really cool scarecrow that we worked really hard on. You might not be able to tell that we worked hard on it, but I worked hard on that scarecrow. So come and vote for your favorite scarecrow. It should be fun to see. I haven't seen them all because today was the first day that they were out, so hopefully I'll be able to walk around town and see what everyone else's looks like. But I used an old ironing board for the base of ours, so it's really cute. Alrighty, so I think that's all we have for you for this evening. Like I said, if you're bored tonight, come over and go to the farmer's market. They're out there until 7:30. Otherwise, we will see you next time.